Finally, the stupid international break is over and we can focus on what really matters. And that, of course, is the Premier League. But there should only be one question on your mind. And that is, which of the players have come back jet lagged? Welcome to the preview. Good morning, good evening, or good night. Hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to your match preview for Nottingham Forest versus Brighton, the team who should not be a Premier League team in my opinion, but that's a whole other debate. Hope you're doing well. Coming up in today's video, we will talk you through the predicted Forest team, as we now know more details about the injuries of certain players. We will talk you through the Brighton predicted team, and they've got a lot of injuries. And then, as always, I'll let you know which way I think this one will swing. But more importantly, get your score predictions down in the comments. And let's start with a bit of breaking news that Taiwo has had his surgery. The one that we felt was coming has now been done. And if you haven't heard, he will be out for at least 3 months. Expected return period is 3 to 4 months. So he's going to miss the AFCON, unfortunately for him. We do, of course, wish him from FFTV, and I'm sure from all you guys, a speedy recovery. So let's get into the team. Before we do, as always, you know what to do. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to Forest Fan TV if you're new. And this one's a tough one because of the injuries, but let me show you what I think the predicted team will be for this Saturday. All right, so let's have a little recap as always, because it feels like 6 years since the last match. And Steve Cooper named an unchanged team for the defeat at West Ham after the win at Aston Villa. And this is the team that he fielded. And I don't think we're going to be seeing the same 11. Well, I mean, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to know because, well, we might as well start with bringing Taiwo off because Taiwo is out, as we just mentioned. Will it be Origi or will it be Wood? Well, there are rumours speculating that Origi's loan deal is going to be terminated in January. We'll keep you updated on that. So I don't think Origi is going to be ahead of Wood in Cooper's mind. And as he is part of Cooper's senior team or whatever he calls it, I think we're definitely going to see Wood come in if he has fully recovered from his injury, which I think he has. Now, the other injury that's concerning me is the hamstring of Murillo. Again, Cooper was being cryptic in his presser. If you haven't seen his presser, I'll leave a link for it at the end of this video. But Murillo did pick up a hamstring injury. Now, as cryptic as Cooper was being, I don't think Murillo will be fit enough now to play on Saturday. And I've got a feeling we're going to see something that I've been waiting for a while. Well, not Murillo going off, obviously, but I think Niakate is going to move back into that left centre-back position. And he's back. Ladies and gents, I think surely, Felipe will make his debut of this season, if that's such a thing, against Brighton this weekend, partnering with his old partner in crime there, Niakate. I can see it happening. Who could be the alternative? Well, obviously, Bolly could come in, but we all know that Bolly suffers from jet lag, apparently. So maybe Bolly won't be able to play. I just think, because Felipe's played in a reserve game, or whatever they call it these days, under 23s. He looked to come through that okay. It's got to be now. I just want to see him. I just want to see him on the pitch. So I'm going to pick this one a bit out of sentimentality. It could be Bolly, subject to jet lag, of course. But I think that will be our back four. Now, the other one, the forgotten one, of course, is Montiel. Montiel is apparently back. He was on the bench. I think someone mentioned that. I think it might have been Mark. Cheers, Mark. Against Argentina. So he should be back and fit. Will he start? I don't think so. I think Einar's kind of nailed down that position for me. And Tuffalo, he's doing well at left back. So I don't see changes on either sides there. Now then, into midfield. I think Cooper would have dropped Dominguez this match. The rumor has it that he really threw the old, cup of tea at Dominguez at halftime at West Ham. And I think he may have dropped him for Danilo in this match. However, Danilo, if you believe what Cooper's saying, and we all know what it's like with him in injuries, that Danilo's still got a bit of a knock on his ankle. So I think he'll stick with this midfield three, Mangala, Sangare, and of course Dominguez. So I think that will be the makeup of the three. And then up front, we've already talked about Chris Wood. Would I put him on ahead of Origi? I don't know. It is what it is. I think it could cost us some pace there. And the other one that I'm not sure about is Elanga, because Elanga picked up a knock, and I think he came back early from international break as well. But Callum Hudson-Odoi isn't yet running diagonal lines on the training pitch, so we won't see him. I think Elanga will make this team and will play there. And then obviously Morgan Gibbs-White, the old square peg in a round hole situation. I still don't think he should be playing out wide. But to be honest, we're quite light on players anyway, so I can't see any other thing. I personally, if you want to know what I would do, I'd put Morgan Gibbs-White in the 10, and then I'd have Elanga in a floaty rollout on the left somewhere and what have you. So in turn, the other thing I want to talk about is the keeper. I still think Vlachodimos will hold the shirt, and I think he will start ahead of Turner. Is this team good enough to beat Brighton? We'll get into that towards the end of the video. But do you agree with my predicted 11 or not? Get your thoughts in, as always, down below. All right, so moving on to the Brighton team, and they are suffering a bit of an injury crisis, and it's the perfect time to play them. No win in 6, I believe it is for them. The Forest may do a Forest, who knows? Anyway, this is the team they fielded before the international break. What we do know for sure from it is that Dahoud is out suspended. We also know that Espana, he's out as well, the left back. He's really good. Forest were actually linked to him about 1.5 years ago. And then the other one who's out is Big Duncan Ferguson, as I like to call him. What is his first name? Someone in the comments let me know. But he's out as well. So I don't really know how they're going to fill this in because it's a bunch of kids. Because Matoma apparently is out. I don't know. There's a lot of injuries. Milner's out. I think March is out. Quite a few are out. So it's a good time to play them. I don't know who fills that other midfield position in. So I'm just going to leave it blank and I'll let you guys decide. But we could see Fati, the guy on loan from Barcelona, starting up front. I do have a sneaky feeling Matoma might be fully fit. We've got actually a preview on this game with the opponents tomorrow. So we'll ask Maz, our mate Maz, all about that. So make sure you check that out if you want more in-depth detail on what the Brighton team will look like. But honestly, with all their injuries, I need to wait to hear what he says on his update. And I'll get him to do a predicted team for us so it's a bit more detailed. But is their team got enough strength in depth to trouble Forest? Yeah, they do, because De Zerbi, I like his style, man. He likes to press high from the front. He likes to win the ball high up, get turnovers, and create good passing avenues, lanes, etc. And his style of football is quite tasty. He's also being linked to Real Madrid. Little fun fact for you guys as well. So that's really as much as I can say on the Brighton team because of the injuries. But fear not, we will give you full details on tomorrow's video when we speak to our matey Maz. Alrighty then, let's get into the fun bit and talk about predictions and tactics and how this one is going to play out. Now, it won't be like Villa. They won't play on the halfway line. De Zerbi's a bit more disciplined than that. But what you will find is they are like flies to poo. They like to press the ball really high up the pitch. And they also like to pass out from the back at any given circumstance. And this is something that Forest do not do well against. Why? Because we don't press high and quick from the front. We tend to go back into our shape towards the halfway line. And that does worry me because it would be good to see us able to kind of break that, to create that press and force them into mistakes higher up the pitch. Maybe Cooper will surprise us. But that's the way I would approach the game because they really, really pass it out the back. Whereas where we saw with Villa, they really like to play with a high line. Brighton are almost opposite, where it's pass, 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 pass. Try not to do long balls unless it's absolutely necessary. How will Forest approach this one? This will be interesting. I can't see a low block. I think this will be more a mid block from Nottingham Forest, but with that shape being retained in and around the halfway line. Without Taiwo in, I struggle to see where we're going to create most of our goals from. I think this has to be the game where Morgan Gibbs-White steps up and at least gets an assist or a goal. I think he's going to score. Do we have enough firepower for this one? I don't know. But I am keen on the fact that Brighton have so many injuries. If Brighton were coming into this game with better form, I'd probably feel more confident, to be honest, because it's such a Forest thing to do when a team is down on its luck like Brighton are right now without a win in 6 or so games. It's such a Forest thing to do. So I'm going to sit on the damn fence on this one, and I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. Shoot me down in the comments if you have to, but that's what I think is going to happen. But more importantly, what do you guys think? Get those predictions down in the comments below. All right, that's a wrap, really. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. Subscribe to Forest Fan TV if you're new. And we'll see you on the preview tomorrow, and then on a predictor stream, and then a grumpy old Reds. It's all back, baby, because the international break is done and the real football of the Premier League is back. Come on, you Reds.